Hi guys, today we're gonna speak about the attachment styles, and it's something that I've been researching recently. I've been reading a lot of books about it, and also how do I say it? Like, it created some confusion in me because in the beginning when I started hearing about this, I thought I was avoidant. Like, that really resonated with me. I will avoid any kind of fiction. I will avoid like anything because I just didn't want it. Like, it will be so scary when things will start to get serious, when things will start to like go well with a partner, because I'll be like, what is this? I'm scared. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, I feel like the best way to explain it is when you like on an elevator, like on a lift, and then all of a sudden the power goes out, there's no electricity, and you're just trapped there. Like that claustrophobic feeling. So I'll immediately pull back of that situation. And yeah, it made the other person feel bad and played with, but it made me feel empty in a way. But in like certain connections, when I go past that period of feeling trapped, like if that person doesn't overwhelm me too much and we get together and things start to get more serious, then I feel like the roles reverse and I get very clingy. I check my phone every 5 minutes. Well, I also have OCD, so I think that may have something to do with it. But yeah, then I become the one that's very anxious. So I didn't know that this existed, but apparently there's one attachment style that's called disorganized attachment style, which shocker, and it's anxious avoidance, and apparently that's me. That's like currently what I have, and I'm working on it because obviously I want a secure attachment style. But anyways, let's discuss this one and then we will discuss the rest. Sorry. So pretty much, if somebody in the beginning shows you too much interest and too much affection, you may be inclined to run away, be like, you are overwhelming me, like, relax, stop, I need my freedom. And even if that person is just showing you affection, they're not being controlling, they being like completely healthy, they're just showing you interest, but it's a little bit too much for you to the point that you feel controlled, and you just feel controlled for no reason, because like, again, this person is being completely healthy and there's no need for you to feel controlled. They're not being controlling, they're not being toxic, they are completely healthy. It's just something that you personally consider too much. You may like just be like, you are cutting my freedom, like, bye. But that's like, again, that's, I think it stems from like fear of abandonment as well, or like fear of people taking people taking away your autonomy, which again, it doesn't happen and it shouldn't happen, because like a relationship is, I always say, it's not 50-50, it's 100. Like, both persons are like individual people, and then when they get together, it's like a relationship. Like, they complement each other. They don't necessarily complete each other, but they complement each other. Both of the people should be like 100. But yeah, that's pretty much what I found out the other day, and that's what I but obviously that attachment style is called disorganized, and it's like a mix of two attachment styles. The other one is the person that's like fully avoidant, that even when they get into a relationship, like, the partner shows, like, they can be the girlfriend or the boyfriend for like 5 months, and the partner all of a sudden starts showing like a lot of interest, or start like, maybe one day they call more often, or maybe the partner needs reassurance, and then they run away. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna run out of the relationship, but they are just like more distant and more reserved to themselves, and maybe they need time to recharge, and like they will need more time alone and away from their partner than usual, which it's also not the most healthy, because even if having time apart is healthy for all the relationships, if your partner has a need for reassurance and just wants to spend a healthy and normal amount of time with you. The fact that you just run away just means that their needs are not met, and it's just a recipe for disaster, because the more they try to get that from you, the more they try to get your attention and your affection, the more you're gonna run, and you're not gonna feel good, because you're gonna feel trapped, and you're gonna feel like you're not doing enough, but at the same time you're still gonna feel like this person's taking your freedom even if you love them, and that other person is not gonna be able to see that, and is gonna feel like you don't love that person, whether they're secure and whether they're anxious. Like, being with a fully avoidant person is very difficult. Now, an anxious person is that person that, instead of needing a normal amount of reassurance and a healthy amount of text messages and a healthy amount of what a relationship consists of, time together, dates, whatever, they are too much. They are constantly thinking, oh, this person hasn't texted me, this person left me, this person hasn't replied to me the whole day, or this person said it's busy because they have to do something else, that means they hate me. It's like completely out of context thoughts. Like, there is not a logical sequence of events. Like, that person hasn't done anything for you to think that they hate you. That person hasn't crossed the line or done anything for you to feel like that. Because this is like what I mean, because somebody can do things and you can realize, oh, they clearly hate me, they clearly don't want to be with me, and you can see the toxic traits. But when you are anxious, everything you'll find toxic, everything you'll find like an act of rejection, like an intentional act of this person to push you away, and that may not be the case at all, and in most instances it's not. Now, both of these people, like anxious and avoidant, like fully anxious and fully avoidant, what I've read is that they attract each other, which makes it way more toxic, because even if both of them have a difficult time managing a relationship with someone that's securely attached, means someone that needs the healthy amount of time, the healthy amount of everything, and somebody that doesn't have any type of attachment, rather than just the right amount. They secure in themselves, they secure in their relationship, so they're not too anxious and they're not too avoidant. That person is going to have a difficult time dealing with either a fully anxious person or a fully avoidant person. But now, if a fully avoidant person and a fully anxious person get together and have a relationship, that's gonna just be a recipe for disaster, because the more the anxious person needs reassurance, the more the avoidant person is gonna run away. And the more the anxious person feels like they hate me, the more the avoidant person is gonna need space from them to recharge. And the more, it's just a recipe for disaster. And apparently, for what I've read and for what I've seen, those two people attract each other. And I felt I'm definitely more avoidant than I am anxious, because I used to also tend to avoid getting in relationships. I'll speak to people, but I'll be like, I don't think I can have a relationship. I don't think I'm, in that place. I don't think I'm ready for that. Anything that would be a long-term commitment, I'll be like, Anytime I was speaking to someone and they will see a future with me or make plans for the future, that they will get married or whatever, I will definitely be like, yo, hold on. And sometimes it'll just make me ghost the person. Well, I don't think I've ever completely ghosted, but I've told people no, we cannot keep speaking. But don't quote me on that, because maybe I have ghosted, I just don't remember. But usually I just tell them I don't feel like this is gonna go anywhere, I don't think this is gonna work, we shouldn't. And that's usually during the talking stage, because for a talking stage, for me to reach a relationship, it's very difficult, because most of the time it's my fault, because I'm mostly avoidant. But once that person once I get into a relationship with someone, that person, I don't know, it's just a switch in my brain. And the more that person doesn't give me attention, and the more that person feels secure with me and they're just doing their own thing, I just want to know where they are. any little thing that they say may offend me or whatever. But then if that person in the relationship is too all over me, I will be the one that feels the need to recharge. And like, none of those two are healthy, because like, obviously I want to get married in the future, if that's in the cards for me. I don't know, but like, it could be a nice thing, you know, have a family, whatever. But obviously a marriage, it's supposed to be for the rest of your life. So I am actively trying to fix my avoidance side, and I'm also trying to sorry, I don't know what happened with my brain, fix my anxious side. Because once I make it to a relationship, that person is gonna see a switch in me, and like, the anxious side of me, first of all, I don't like it, because I already suffer with OCD. Like, I've been diagnosed with OCD since I was 7, and once that anxious part of me comes up, then the OCD also gets mixed with it, and both of those things for me are like a recipe for disaster, and it's not gonna make me feel good. And I like to practice detachment so that my mood is not affected by like the actions of other people. But like, sometimes, like, to consciously stop myself once I'm in a serious thing is a bit difficult, to constantly like have to stop intrusive thoughts. But yeah, that's called disorganized attachment. And I thought it was crazy, because I'm like, how can I mostly be avoidant, but I have my times where I'm very, very extremely anxious? So I'm actively reading and researching and trying to work on that. Single at the moment, so I don't have a partner, which is good, I guess, because that just means I have more time to just work on myself and heal those two sides. Because like, it's not good to be too avoidant, and it's not good to be too anxious. I want to reach a secure attachment style, which is a middle and healthy ground, and is what we all should strive to be, or at least as close as that as possible. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I see you all in the next one.